I wonder how many of you noticed at the end of the last video that when I was re-registering the squad, I didn't include both the centre-halves. Luckily, I've had a chance to fix that. Otherwise, 'twould be bad. 'Twould. Yes, 'twould. Hello, my name's Damien, I'm that Tracking Football Manager, and welcome back to Europa FC. On we go in Europe, and it is Zilinia of Slovakia? Slovakia. Maybe. Something exotic about a team that begins with a Z. Or even has a Z in it, to be honest with you. If you're English, Z's quite a rare letter if you're English. I realise it's not for most other countries. But it's a pretty rare letter for the English. It's so rare the Americans can't even pronounce it right. They keep calling it Z. It's definitely Z. It is. This is the hill I will die on. Anyway, obviously not a lot has happened. It's been 1 week since you... No. I nearly started singing. That would be bad. Nothing more changed in the transfer stakes. We are sniffing around a few players, but we are hugely over our wage budget. Yeah, we're $5,500 over our wage budget. So there's not a lot going to happen until we ship some bodies out, and there's not a lot of bodies we can afford to ship out. So... really, I'm just going to annoy the board with that, unfortunately. I will ask for more money as soon as I'm allowed to, but I'm not currently. Let's actually do that. Let's look at the club vision. So obviously we're struggling on the wage budget. Second qualifying round minimum, we've done that. Win the National League, easy. Win the Rock Cup, easy. Pepe Reyes Cup, not important. Well, we'll win that anyway. Randomly win a domestic cup next year. I mean, we'll just win everything, to be honest with you. That's what we do. Attacking football and high tempo pressing football. It's pretty much what we do. I don't know why we're only pleased with that. But in terms of performance, it's about as good as it gets, really. I keep getting told that I'm way ahead of the curve in terms of winning stuff. I mean, it's really not that easy, not that difficult. We don't like conceding so many goals. Oh dear. But that makes it more interesting. You want it to be entertaining. And if you're conceding, if you're just scoring 6 and they're not, it gets boring after a while. Trust me, it does. In terms of the club facilities, obviously we are in our new Europa FC stadium, which we own ourselves. It's under soil heating, but no roof. Obviously. Pitch is perfect. It is grass, 121 by 66 yards. We have average corporate facilities, great training facilities, adequate youth facilities, no sponsor, excellent academy coaching, and average youth recruitment. Now that's annoying because I keep looking for adequate for youth facilities and youth recruitment to be improved, and they're never there on the list of options. It's not like I'm asking for them and they're turning them down. It's just never there on the list of options, which is annoying. I ask for a senior club all the time. I never get one. I ask for a junior club. I mean, they look for one and never find one. I look for a junior affiliate and they say no every time, even though the only one we've got is the Hound Dogs. £3.0 million, or 3, as many people would call it. We'll make a loss on that this year, especially considering the wage budget, but we will continue to earn money through the Champions League, even turning up in these rounds to get you some money. I don't think we're quite guaranteed a group stage yet. I think we need one more win to be guaranteed a group stage, but I want to say we're going to get that win. I seem to do this every year, but we are currently Champions League's past second qualifying round. That's against Zilinia. We have already been drawn in the third qualifying round, which will be either Malmo of Sweden or HJK of Finland, which I will continue to call HJK after seeing that. They're from Helsinki. I'd like to think we'll win both of those, but there are some big old clubs. And Shakhtar are the team that knocked us out last time. Victoria Plzen are pretty good. Dinamo Zagreb, is that Zagreb? No, yes, Dinamo Zagreb. And obviously when you get into the playoff, even more big teams come in. So Celtic, to be fair, that would be a stretch. Tiraspol have knocked us out before. I mean, you have to say, if we were to take on the winner of this one, Shamrock Rovers AGF, Legia Warsaw, or Studuva, I'd quite fancy my chances in that tie. But I suspect it's seeded and we wouldn't get that far. Anyway, I'm looking a bit ahead of the curve. We have to beat Zilinia and then either Malmo or HJK before we even think about that. We are aware that in the Conference League, the only surviving team is Lincoln. They have drawn Hajduk Split, Lincoln, Red Imps. They're not getting past them. So that will be the end of that. But that's fine. We'll just continue to fly the flag. It just makes it easier next time. Caetano's average rating is 5.9 or 7.8, depending on which page you look at. That's a bit confusing. He didn't have a good game against somebody. Yes. Who did we just play? Literally just played him. I can't remember who it was. That's so bad. I'm very old. Competitions. Champions League. Stop shouting at the screen. Clunge. How can I forget Clunge? Never mind. We have still got these fitness issues. Benny Couto is not fit, but he's our only really good left back. Schotten is not fit, but he's one of our only good centre halves. Kiezu is not really fit, but same. We do have other options at defence now. We finally got a full side out of defence. I do think we've got too many youngsters up in the first team. We're going to have to do something about that, but I will slowly pick away at them. Reese is nearly back from his injury. Taraj probably needs to be on the bench, to be fair, instead of... We don't need a Fire and Ronan. Let's drop Ronan. And Jake G doesn't get to go to Europe anymore. Olivero? Seems too defensive-minded, really. Who else have we got? Toby Wilson. Go on, mate. You come along. There we go. So the side will be Webb in goal with Couto, Schotten, Kiezu, and Okiowu as the back four. Stodersky and Snaith in the middle. Stewart and Caetano on the wings. McGruer and Williams up top. And if you're thinking, ooh, he's playing two centre-halves that have never met each other or anyone else in the side before for their debuts at the same time while neither of them are fit, that's a bit of a risk. Yes, it is. Where's Oh, Okio's at right back, obviously. Okio was going to be at right back a lot. That's kind of annoying because he's very fast, but he's not a very good right back. Kiezu can have 5. Schotten can have 16. No. Yeah, 15. There we go. They've got a 5 in it. That makes him a centre half, right? That's how it works. Many people argue 5 is a left back's number. It's not. Sorry, no. Left back is 3. Just saying. People argue with me about this. You might argue with me in the comments now. The left back is 3. The right back is 2. Holding midfielder is 4, but only if you're Argyle, really. It is written. Snaith wins it well in the middle, and we're on the break already. McGruer out wide to Williams. This is lovely stuff. Williams back to McGruer. What a 1-2 that is, and McGruer screws it just wide. And their fans look quite angry already. And you can take the first 10 minutes as a good sign of how it's going, and we haven't hit the target yet, but we have had all the shots. Williams nods it back to Okiowu. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I was saying about him. He's, as a right back, not the best, because as much as he's very quick, he hasn't got much in the way of attack-mindedness. Now, Terrell Beckwith didn't have much either, but he got away with it. Kept appearing on the edge of the area and putting in 30-yard blockbusters. And he got a fair few assists. McGruer wins the header there off Benny Couto's cross, and we are 1-0 up. It's a lovely cross from Couto as well. Yeah, Beckwith would appear on the edge of the area and score a screamer, and he would occasionally put in a really good cross, but his crossing wasn't great. Okio's crossing is worse. McGruer looked offside to me there. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Caetano. Gets done by Michalik. Snaith back to Caetano again. We do have other options at right back, don't get me wrong. Swiderski puts one in front of Williams. That's a good ball. Williams probably should have cut it back, but it's a good save from Michal. Okio isn't our only right back, but the thing is, all of our right backs are quite quick centre halves. They're not right backs in their own right, apart from is it Morel? I get those two fullbacks confused, Morel and Carl, whatever his name is. But neither of them are particularly good. Okio back to Stewart. Okio again, big cross in. Caetano with the header. Also, this might be a complete surprise to you. I did not realise how big Caetano is. I don't know why. It's just one of those things that just never occurred to me. He's 6'5". He's huge. the fact that I keep playing him on the left wing, he's very good at playing on the left wing. But it's probably a bit of a waste, because look at that. I mean, Caetano is bigger and better in the air than Magruer, and that is saying something. We're 2-0 up, 20 minutes down. If this turns into an absolute stuffing, I might go straight to the next leg. Next round, rather. But only if it turns into absolute stuffing. The problem with that is it makes it a three-game episode, and I'm not sure I have the time. But it's fine. It's a Monday. We all need a treat. Stewart to hit this one. Off the crossbar and away it goes. But at the minute, the home leg at least, we look decent. Stewart, cross comes in again. Caetano's under it, but can't keep his header down. But yeah, I've started playing Caetano up front a lot more. The only reason I don't play him up front very often is he's not, as a striker, as good as our centre forwards are. Williams, Magruer, and Stewart are all better forwards than Caetano. So, but at the same time, Williams and Magruer and Stewart can both play the wing, and I'm wondering if I need to actually start playing Magruer down the left wing and Caetano up top more often. But they're all completely interchangeable, and that's what I love about all of them, is that they're just completely, yeah, whichever one you like, boss. Stewart can't play on the left wing, Magruer can't play on the right wing, and Williams can't play on the wing. But apart from that, they'll all play in every position. I say apart from that like I haven't just ruled out most of it, but you know what I mean. Kiezu heads it forward to Stewart. Here's Swiderski and Williams. Stewart again lifts it into the front of Magruer. He's got all week, and he's hit the base of the post this time. He had time to take it round him. He had time to chip him. He had time to sit down and read a book before the keeper got to him, but yet, you know. Stewart's crossed to Magruer, and he can't quite get the angle there, and it remains 2-0, even though we're all over them. And the back of my hand is really itchy. And if I have time to say that, it can't be that much of a challenging game, can it? What's going on in the other one? The one we need to worry about. Lots of shots. Well done. Changes? I don't think so. Stewart might need a rest, but not just yet. Although, Daniel Ward on the right wing? Yeah, go on. Daniel Ward on the right wing. We'll see how that goes for a bit. Because I think he's played 180 minutes for the last tie, so 180? Maths is hard. No, it is 180. Maths is even harder than I thought. Where is this other game? It's just not there. That's annoying. Oh, loading. There it is. Still 0-0. 65th minute. Let's look at two more changes. Swiderski, as always, looks tired in the middle. Toby Wilson can do that, kind of. Yeah, why not? And then let's bring on Luke Reese for Magruer, who's picked up a knock. And that's our three changes. And the fact that in the first leg, it's not enough, is it? It's not enough to say we're going to go to Zilinia and smash him and we'll be fine. I'm going to have to do the second leg here. On the camera, which is, it's fine. But, I mean, as much as we've hammered them, 2-0 isn't enough to say, yes, we're definitely going through. And if I come back and say, oh, by the way, we got knocked out, sorry. That's not really good entertainment, is it? Don't say that. I know it's not good entertainment anyway, but hey, it's free. What do you want? Toth to Mihalik. Lukac to Nagy. This highlight better do something fairly soon. I'm getting bored. Nagy back to the keeper. Big hoof forward. Who's under it? Kayatu's coming across, wins it well. Kayazu even. Ward. Use that pace, son. Snaith. Hoof. Caetano's in absolute acres. There's 3-on-3 in the box if he gets across in early. 3-on-2 in the box now. Williams straight into the keeper's hands. And we should be 5-0 up. And that's probably the most annoying thing, is that we should be 5-0 up and not have to worry about a second leg. But we're going to have to worry about a second leg. So we'll be back for that in a minute, I guess. Nice win. Take it into the match against them next time. Everyone's played well. Everyone's got a green rating. If the strikers could finish, the tie would be over. Malmo are 1-up on HJK. Jovicic. Really? Oh, different one. Okay. He's very, very good. Did you see that? He's really good. Like, I know we can't see the stats, but 5-star rating. Long shots between 14 and 19. He's only on 1,800 quid a week. We could almost afford him if we weren't bankrupt. Shot and impressive in his debut. Kiezu also did as well. Tarkovic is looking at Swiderski for Slovakia squad. Swiderski has started playing for Slovakia now, so that's good. I can't bother with the press conference. Right, to the return leg. So it's a slightly weaker side for this one. We're resting a couple of players. We're resting Shotten and Kuto, who are both not incredibly fit. Shotten will sit on the bench. Kuto will sit in the clubhouse. Jake G is coming into the side. I know, right? I want to swap those two over because G's a better holder. Yeah, he'll probably get sent off, but never mind. Lincoln are 4-0 down against Hadjuk Split, so that's probably not going so well. But a win here, and we go to Sweden, I guess. Probably Sweden, let's be honest. Webb is in goal with Swiderski, Afaya, Kiezu, and Okiowu along the back four, with Snaith and G in the middle, Stewart and Caetano on the wings, Magura and Williams up top. It's a familiar setup. Let's go get them. I'd genuinely much rather be just going straight on to the next round, but beat them again, show no mercy. Make the difference. Be the miracle. That stuff. Odla fine, not listening. Oh well. I'm slightly worried about the £5,000 in wage budget, I'm not going to lie. But a team I've never heard of, came in for Roldan, one of our youngsters, for failed experiment. And I nearly let him go, but they were offering about 50 grand less than what we paid for him. So I tried to get it back up to what we paid for him, and they just walked away. Mihal plays the long ball forward. A Fire has time to let it bounce. Not sure that's the best tactic when you're a centre half, but never mind. Stewart intercepts Benno's poor touch, and Okio will find Williams. Stewart to G. Williams to Magruer. Snays in space, didn't see him. Stewart over the top to Magruer, might be offside. First time dink onto the top of the crossbar. They haven't looked a threat. Oh, Malmo scored in the second leg as well, so Malmo are probably our opposition. Malmo are a big side. I don't think we can assume Malmo is safe. We'll be in the annoying position again once this is over, on the assumption that we go through. The fact that they're yet to have a shot suggests that's probably safe. Where we will know who we play in the playoff before we play Malmo. But that will be interesting to find out as well. I don't remember exactly how it works, but I suspect it's a team that qualified through the league directly into that position. I'm pretty sure there is an entry route into the playoff. So we probably won't play anyone who's currently in the competition, which means it'll probably be scary. We're happy with what we're doing. We're having the shots. They're not going in. It doesn't matter. Fitness-wise, I'm tempted to give Bradley Bander some football, but he's annoying now. Toby Wilson can have another half instead of Snaith. And Luke Reese can have a half instead of Williams. And I'm going to put Daniel Ward up top from Magruer, I think. Yeah. Triple subbage at half-time. Like I said before, this is what I do when I'm not paying attention. Like if I'm doing something else, like I'm currently laying cork on a model railway baseboard over there. Oh, good, an injury. That's why you don't do this, by the way. 1 minute and 40 seconds in. Well, he's just going to have to come off, isn't he? Right, Ward, sit there. Stewart there. Let's just pretend G got sent off. That's usually how it goes. Pressing forward attack. Go on, then. Yeah, I know, it's not the best strategy, but this is what I do. I want to get players fit. We do have too many in the clubhouse at the minute. But HJK have scored. That game's not over yet. If HJK can score again and take it to extra time, that's going to be massively good for us. Swiderski's throw to Wilson. Back to Swiderski and Ward. Big cross in backstick, headed away. Kiezu, not sure why the centre-half's out there, but never mind. Gets another go at it. Here's G. I said that before we passed it, but I figured it was going that way. Okiowu to Ward. A Fire. Chariots. Of course. Swiderski to Wilson. Wilson into the middle, and Reese was miles offside anyway. Mihal has it back. If they score soon, we are starting to look a bit nervy, aren't we? Okiowu loses out in the air. Collar's got to be offside, hasn't he? He's panicked and put it into the crowd anyway. I thought he was offside. Wouldn't it be hilarious if my arrogance was what got us knocked out? I know what you're all thinking. Don't you pretend you're not. Swiderski to a Fire. Kiezu. Lifts it forward. Reese doesn't compete. Nagy heads it down. And we are giving away a lot more of the game, aren't we? Komyakov to Collar. Probably not Jan. That's a reference for the older football fan, I'll tell you. Jan Collar. If you don't know, he was an Austrian or Czech? I think he was Czech. Centre forward. He was like 11 foot tall. Ridiculously tall. Looked like one of the Easter Island stone heads. That's a nice finish from Basic, and we genuinely might be in trouble here. 20 minutes to play. I wonder if I have just thrown away Champions League football with those 3 subs. Having made a big thing about how, we're definitely not through yet for 2-0, then to make subs as if we definitely are. They didn't look in any kind of a threat. That's their first shot on target. I'm defending myself furiously, but I really don't want to see this highlight. Webb lifts a long ball forward. We're not competing in the air for it, so they're just nodding it down. Toth to Basic. Swiderski lunges in and wins it well. Toth again now. Collar. We need to win the ball here, guys. Can we just get a foot in? No? Suddenly they've started playing football. I know we're down to 10 men, but it shouldn't be that bad. Mihalik crosses it deep. Basic with the header, and it's 2 each. Oh, dear. Look, I'm not completely stupid, right? They hadn't had a shot on target at half-time, 3/4 of the way through the tie. I don't think I made a stupid decision to make some changes. Like, I didn't bring on school kids. I brought on qualified footballers. Yes, all right, maybe I should have saved the sub for Caetano getting injured. But I didn't know Caetano was going to get injured. We have a corner. Stewart to take. Chiezu heads it onto the crossbar and it's hacked clear. Ward will pick it up. Stewart's onside. That's good. Stewart drives it across and it's hacked away again. There's 5 to play, and suddenly we're going to extra time with our 10 men. Michal lifts it out wide, and we might be going to extra time. That's lifted forward to Collar. Toth. Cross comes in deep. Okiyowu heads it away. Komyakov has it on the edge of the area. Now would be a lovely time for a counter-attack. I'm just saying Collar's got to be offside. Collar is offside. But suddenly we're completely incapable of playing football. And I really don't think that's a reasonable reflection on how this would have gone. Yes, we've lost our winger. But we've played a lot of games with 10 men. We beat Cluj with 10 men. And we're going to extra time. Do we get an extra sub? Don't let this slip away now. And faith, and faith, and faith. The faith chat did not work. Can we make a sub now? No. Wait a minute. Hang on. That's not fair. Caetano's been taken off injured. I'm allowed to bring on a sub now, so why can I not sub on for Caetano? I can! Result, we're back up to 11 men. Ward, get back out wide. Okay, so it doesn't let you, unless you very specific, this is an important learning lesson, unless you specifically drag the player onto the space where that player used to be, then you can bring him on. And we're back up to 11 men at extra time. That was bizarre. Problem is, the entire defence is shattered. There's nothing I can do about it, apart from I could put Taraj at right back, but that's not going to help anything. We're just going to go for it. That was very strange. Demand more. They've had 3 shots on target and scored 2 goals. We've had 12 shots on target and haven't scored any. That's really poor. Like, that's properly bad. I'm going to berate. Why not? You know what I said about the HJK match going to extra time? It didn't. We did instead. 5 to play, and it looks like it's going to be pens. We have an XG of 2.64. Stewart take a corner. Save it. A fire heads it, and it's just over the top. I mean, we're being FM'd. There's no question about that. We've been FM'd there. We have hammered them. Pick your spot. Relax. I believe in you. God, we've made this hard work, haven't we? Right. And now we get to watch the penalty shootout, which is great right up until they start mattering. And Stewart missed one straight away. He's our best penalty taker. Collar versus not Robert Webb. That's how it's done. Kiezu. Like I said, I never pick the order of my takers. I just let them decide amongst themselves. Kiezu tucks it away nicely. But we're already one down. Basic to take one. Basic, probably? Bacic. Something like that. Just another nice penalty. Swiderski. You can take a pen. Come on, son. Swiderski, bury this. Nice penalty. Well done. I love that all of the players up on the halfway line. I'm pointing at the screen. That's so amateur. All of these players here all did exactly the same celebration at exactly the same time. Nemeth tucks that away. G has to score. He got a booking, look. He managed to get himself booked. Probably take a shirt off after scoring. Just to get himself sent off. 3 each. Copas for Zilinia. If they score the next 2, we're out. That's one of them. Which means we have to score this. Who is it? Williams? Is he even still on the pitch? It's Wilson. Okay. Come on then, Toby. No pressure or anything for this kid. But if you miss this, we're out of the Champions League. He did not miss that. So, Webb. Lewis Webb, make yourself the hero. Son, you haven't saved anything else all day, so could you save this pen? That'd be much appreciated, mate. He cannot, and we're out of Europe. We're not out of Europe. That's a complete lie. We're in the Europa League. Is that all my fault? I don't think it is. I don't think that's fair at all. I think the fact that we got 13 shots on target and failed to score with any of them. Ugh. Never mind. We didn't want to be in the Champions League anyway. To be fair, this one we didn't win because we were on top and had a lot of chances. That's the one. To be fair, I would say that part of me would quite like to drop all the way down to the conference. Because if we can drop into the conference, we've got a much better chance of getting through the group. And I know we got through the group last time with the Europa League, but then we got absolutely spanked by Spurs. Whereas if we could go quite deep in the Europa Conference. And that would be nice. Caetano's done his hamstring. A strain? Come on. How do you do a strain while tackling? Muppet. Never mind. Stewart missed the pen. 85 grand. And we're playing... My God, who? FK Suduva Mariampole. In the third qualifying round of the Lithuanian. I might not come back for that. I'm not going to lie. I might not come back for that. Again, I've just been arrogant about a European tie and it went badly. But I feel like that's not the most difficult one. So I'm probably going to skip that. Yes, and if we win that, we go into the... Whoops. Oi, come back. We'd go into the playoff, which will get drawn on the 6th, which is... before the game, so let's go. I'm going to go there real quick, because it's quite a short episode for now. And we'll find out who we're playing. Why have I taken the yes on the... even the best players have bad days. Don't want to talk about them. Caetano is not great. Caetano, he's not easily replaced, and we play attacking football. I mean, we didn't today. If we played some attacking football today, it would have been awesome, but never mind. Well, we don't need a friendly vest. I really wish that a system would stop jamming friendlies in places they just don't fit. There we go. Right. So the draw is there, Monday. We can get to Monday nice and quick. I can just yammer away. This is the draw for the playoff for the Champions Path. I'm also going to go back and have a look at what happens to Zilinia in their draw to see who they get. Because it will be interesting to see if we could have qualified for the Champions League. Nelson Abbey, who? Oh yeah, that kid. They want all his wages, so no. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Do we need... There's no one else we can fit in the squad. I don't think there's anyone I want to draw. Although, he's out for a month. So let's drop Caetano. What, I'm not allowed to replace Caetano? Why not? I'm not allowed to take anyone out of the side. It says replacements. Oh, maximum of 0 replacements. Idiot. Fine. No replacements it is. It's probably for the best, to be fair, because I'll probably drop him and then forget to put him back in when he was fit again, and then he'd be angry with me. He might be angry with me anyway. Come on, let's get to Monday already. I do love how when you're in lower league stuff, the news page is completely worthless. Like, Chelsea in £127 million bid for... So, why does that interest me? That doesn't interest me in the slightest. Olivero is injured. He's done his knee ligaments. Webb has got a tight calf, but he'll be back in time for the important bit. Scouting update again. Don't want any of them. What I'm doing, it might look like I'm not trying, but what I do is I just clear them off, and then I go back in later and look through all of the scouted players. But considering we have no money, I don't think that's necessary. Ooh, what we got? Chichon loan offer. This is good. We want to get rid of him. Wants to go to Martin Roda. Are they offering good money? 80%, 1,400 quid a month. Important player. Go on then. That's absolutely fine. In fact, to be fair, how much is the wage? 400 quid. So it doesn't actually matter really. So yeah, so just go. Where's the accept all button? There we go. Go where you want to go, mate. You do you. Burns is unhappy with high volume of strength training. Well, get stronger and you wouldn't hate it so much. I can't be bothered to do this. Staff meeting. Coach has got a permit. If only we can get one of those for our players. Another full season, and some of our players, our experiments, will be Gibraltarian, so we'll be allowed to play. I think. Manchester United trying to sign Szoboszlai. Do we remember him from... That was the first journeyman, wasn't it? Dominic Szoboszlai. We had him for... He was at Arsenal and we were managing Hungary, and he was absolutely hopeless every time he came to play for Hungary. It was really annoying. There's not many of you that were watching that. Don't worry if you don't remember what I'm talking about. I think I was getting like 5 views an episode on those. And please don't go back and look because they're really embarrassing. Kragovic, £3,000 a month and 80%. Can't turn that down. Yeah, you go there, mate. Accept and give ultimatum to that one. There you go. Wasn't there meant to be a draw? Somewhere in there. Didn't it say the... Oh, it did draw, it just didn't tell us. Right. We're playing either Malmo or Zilinia. What? How's that happened? How can we be... Oh, so Zilinia are playing Malmo, obviously, you idiot. Yeah, so we're playing... Imagine if we got knocked out of Europe by Zilinia twice. Just imagine that for a second. That, you know, we get knocked out of Champions League by Zilinia, and then we get knocked out of Europa League by Zilinia as well. Because I feel like Malmo are going to beat Zilinia. Which, by the way, I feel like we'd have got into the group stages. Right, in the comments, how much of an arse am I? Is it all my fault for making 3 changes? Is it just bad luck, or is it getting FM'd, or is it all of the above? Chuck it in there, and I will read all your comments and disagree with most of them. Haven't decided which way yet. And I will see you on Wednesday for... No, not for Sadova. For whoever wins that, Malmo or Zilinia. Because unless we're like really struggling against Sadova in the first leg, in which case I'll come back for the second leg, but I don't imagine I will. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please do like, sub up if you are new, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.